Did you know that once upon a time in the vast lands of Russia, there was a name that made millions of people tremble? That name was Joseph Stalin. He rose to power promising progress, a new dawn for his people. But what he brought was a storm of fear, paranoia, and death. In Stalin's world, there was no room for trust. He trusted no one, not his advisors, not his generals, not even the friends who had stood by him for years. In his eyes, loyalty was worthless. Only one thing mattered: absolute, unquestioning obedience. And then the storm broke. The Great Terror began. Imagine this. You're asleep in your bed, and suddenly there's a hammering on the door. It's the middle of the night. Soldiers burst in. Without a word, without a reason, they take you away. Your family watches, helpless. They never see you again. This wasn't a scene from a movie. It was the reality for countless families. They simply vanished. The numbers are staggering, almost impossible to comprehend. More than 700,000 people were executed. Just think about that. 700,000 lives, each with their own stories, hopes, and dreams extinguished. And over 1 million more were shipped off to the frozen wastelands of the gulags. Vast labor camps where they were worked to death, never to return. As if that wasn't enough, then came the famine. Fields that were once bursting with life became barren graves. In Ukraine, in a tragedy known as the Holodomor, children starved in the streets while trains filled with grain were sent away, all to feed Stalin's monstrous pride and his political ambitions. It was a famine created by man, a weapon of unimaginable cruelty. People were so terrified they could only whisper prayers they couldn't speak aloud. Because under Stalin's rule, even faith, even believing in something greater than the state, had become a crime. But here's the thing about history, it's a long, long story, and Stalin wasn't the first tyrant, and sadly, he won't be the last. Centuries before him, there was Ivan the Terrible, a czar so consumed by paranoia that he killed his own son in a fit of rage. Lenin, who came before Stalin, unleashed the Red Terror, a wave of violence that drenched the land in blood. And even in our time, we see echoes of this darkness. We see Putin silencing truth, crushing dissent, and striking the innocent. It's easy to look at all this and feel hopeless. But history doesn't just teach us about the darkness. It also teaches us one undeniable, powerful truth. No throne built on blood will stand forever. Evil can rise like a hurricane, powerful and terrifying, seemingly unstoppable. But every storm, no matter how fierce, eventually passes. The Bible reminds us of this very promise in Psalm 37. For the wicked shall be cut off, but those who wait upon the Lord shall inherit the earth. It's a promise of justice, a promise that darkness does not have the final say. And so we remember the victims and we remember the tyrants. And we hold on to this truth. No man, no evil is forever. The night always ends, and God's light, the light of truth and justice, always returns. If you're listening to this in a place of freedom like America, take a moment to be thankful. Even when things aren't perfect, even when we face our own challenges, we are blessed in ways we often forget. The ultimate truth, the ultimate hope for salvation, for a better society and a better world is found in God. He is our anchor in the storm. If this message resonates with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more reminders of hope, and God bless.